2. This is your second workout in this series. I want you to be able to learn bow staff wherever you are, whether or not you're able to get to a martial arts school. You can still do your training, you just do it online with me or with somebody else in one of these videos. Don't let anybody tell you you cannot train martial arts online. You can. You might not be able to do some partner drills, but when it comes to a bow staff or a long martial arts staff, you can do a lot of stuff right where you are. I'm using this two-piece bow staff as a warm-up. We'll talk a little bit about that. This is the giveaway. I'm giving away April 15th. I'm going to draw a name out of a hat. Hopefully I'll send it to you. It just screws together here in the middle. And the reason this is such a great tool to use at the house is because you can carry it with you wherever you go. It breaks down into half the size, half the length, and then you just take it with you. So you can train at the park, you can train on the road. If you do get to travel, we just got back from a road trip this weekend. I took it with me in the hotel room. I'm spinning, striking, practicing, all the basics, the things that you're gonna do here. This is the warm-up move. You're going side to side in your hand. If you just follow me, you will very quickly get to a basic level of mastery. This month we have a challenge, 100 days doing 1,000 spins a day. It's 10 different spins. This is the warm-up, this doesn't count. But you gotta do this warm-up, get the blood to flow into the joint. Stay safe from injury during this workout. Then, once you've done this for a while, you're just gonna start to go hand to hand. I just like the weight and the feel, the balance of this two-piece bow staff. It's very simple. You unscrew it. I'm gonna show you this real quick during this warm-up. You now have 2 weapons, or even 3 or 4 weapons, depending on how you use it. You went from having that one-piece 6-foot bow. Now you can practice your Kali martial arts, Eskrima, Arnis, practice your Sinawali, you can practice your sword martial arts, put one down, but you have a lot of options. You can do a double-bladed lightsaber, but you've got it all right here. Super simple, super basic, nice and easy. You're going hand to hand from here to here. Just let the weight of the staff pull your wrist around, increase your flexibility, strength, power, dexterity, your proprioception, your feeling of how this thing's gonna move through space and time is gonna improve. And again, this is that two-piece bow. If you're a member, if you've joined below, or if you're a member on Patreon, first of all, thank you very much. And second, I'm gonna send this to somebody. You can even be a non-paying member. Just go to pasquinelli.com, go to my website. The links are below. If you want to see what one of these cost, this is the gift I'm going to give away to a member on April 15th. Used to be tax day, now they keep moving everything. All right, so that's a good warm-up. You've gone hand to hand. I want you to go into a basic figure 8 motion, side to side, coming in and coming back. You're leading. Yes, time to train. Leading with that thumb, carving that sideways figure 8. And you may have done this once before, never before, or a million times before. You're still gonna do this every single time. And what you're gonna find, if you spend, let's see, I started when I was 9, I'm 50. This year, 41 years in martial arts, you'll find that your body changes every single workout. If you pay attention to it, if you're in tune with your body, that's why it's good to do the basics. Become a master of the basics first, and then you'll have no problem doing the complicated stuff. But you're just gonna go side to side, and if you're doing the 100-day challenge, you're gonna get to 100,000 spins in 100 days. You'll be a master of the basics for sure. That just means do 50 with the right hand right here, and you're gonna do 50 with that left hand. Now let me show you how I took it from the right to the left. I turned the palm up, pinky to pinky, palms face the sky. Now it's in my left hand, and I do the same thing. We'll talk more about that transfer later, but if you have to, just put it in your other hand. And again, sideways figure 8, or figure 8 on its side, or an infinity sign, same thing. We call this the infinity spin, or an endless spin for that reason. A lot of people will refer to it as a figure 8. It doesn't matter what you call it, just get it done. You're going side to side, stomach up and in. To get more speed, start to squeeze your core muscles. Shoulders back and down, drop your chin, pull it in a little bit, breathe through your nose. That increases your mental focus. You'll start to go faster. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. It just means take your time. Now you're gonna go back into that first hand and you're gonna reverse it. You're gonna pull, coming in the other direction, pulling up and out. And I want to switch right here. I'm gonna show you my training staff. I want to show you this too, because this is a new item that's in the store below if you're interested. This is a graphite staff. Used to be you could only get this on a specialized website. Now it's on that link below. This will move extremely fast. You'll be able to do a lot of tricks with it. This is not a self-defense staff. You'll break it if you hit something hard. This is just for fun and showing off or demonstration. Now this is my training staff. This is the one I use in person to train people. I have a purple side and an orange side. Usually I always put tape in the middle so you can find the middle quickly. And then when you start to spin, you can train yourself to get your hand back in the middle. But what I want you to see in this forward spin, the figure eight spin, this is the purple side, right? So purple side down, you're leading with the purple side. That's the forward spin, that's the first one you did. And then a lot of times your brain will trick yourself. You think you're going reverse, you're not. I put the tape here. I always like my tape to be neat. So that I can show you I'm now pulling, not the purple side. Now I'm shifting my mental focus to, I'm thinking about the orange tape. I'm pulling the orange side up and away from me. Up and away, the reverse. So again, here's the purple side, I'm pushing down. This is my thumb side, by the way. Pushing down. When I want to go reverse, I'm pulling the pinky side, pulling the orange side up, and now it's going away. A lot of people find this is a faster spin, this reverse. Now I pull it into the other hand, and I take it the exact same way, pinky to pinky, palms up. But in this case, I'm going to take it in front of this hand. When you're going forward, you take it behind the hand on the opposite side of the body. Right hand goes to the left hand takes it behind the right. When you're in reverse and you're pulling, because it's in my other hand, I'm now pulling the purple side where before I was pushing the orange side, but in the reverse, the hand is going to take it in front of, not behind, but on the same side. So this is the left side of the body, the right hand comes across the body and takes it to the other hand. Now put your left foot forward. Whichever foot or hand is spinning, that foot always goes in the front. That makes your body a smaller target for self-defense. Also allows you to get the staff around your body faster. I'm a wide person. If I come here, there's rain in my leg over there. I've got to do a lot of movement. And that's okay if you want to do it that way. That'll give you a good workout, but become more efficient. More efficient means less energy, means more energy to outlast the opponent, to win the fight. You're not going to fight with spins, but it's all connected. Spinning is just conditioning the body for the fight. It's not fighting. Spinning is like jumping rope with a boxer. If you're a boxer, you don't jump rope in the fight. You punch them, right? When you're using your staff for self-defense, you're going to strike, strike, strike. You're going to thrust. You're going to bring this up under their chin, bring it across their cheek, smash down on their clavicle or right there in the forehead. Maybe you're defending yourself against that wild animal, against that vicious dog running through the neighborhood. You're not going to spin, but spinning is going to get you there faster. Spinning is going to condition your hands, your wrists, flexibility, strength, speed, power, balance, coordination, proprioception. You don't even think about it. Your hands are just going to be in the right place at the right time, all from spinning. Don't neglect to spin. Now, in the right hand, I want you to go over the wrist and then over the wrist in the other direction. So we're going over this way. Hello, it's good to see you guys. I'm coming one way and then the other way. This is bow staff training at home. Coming here, here, yes. Good. That's awesome. Eskrima or Arnis, it's the other collie. Those are all just a short version of this, right? In fact, I think of that all the time, especially with that. Let's go back to that two-piece bow. You unscrew this thing. Well, you're welcome. It's not me though. I give you a little bit of guidance. That's a good teacher, right? I'm not saying I'm a good teacher, but I'm saying that's what a good teacher does. A little bit of guidance. Hello to Germany. practicing my German this morning. On the Duolingo app. I don't know if you guys try that. But this is that two-piece bow. You unscrew it, and now you can practice your eskrima sticks. Or, if you want, you can practice the Chinese-style sword or the double-bladed lightsaber, if that's where your interest is. Just changing your hand grip. And then you put it back together and you're back to the bow staff. So you get a lot of work, a lot of use from one simple tool. This is not linked below, but this is the one I'm going to give away. If you haven't signed up, you don't have to send me money, but if you can join here, that one does cost money, and I appreciate you guys who've done that. Or you can go to Patreon. I've got a lot of Patreon members now. Or if you don't want to spend any money, I always say invest your time before your money. Or I do this because I want you to be able to do it whether you have money or not, whether there's a school near you or not. This whole channel was started 2006 because I wanted to share martial arts with people around the world who are really interested in it. All right, I'm doing a wrist roll, and I like this one so much because the balance on these things is like perfect, right? Put my finger right there, right in the center. And so in my hand, it also has this piece here. So you see how far it rolled away from the center. When I go back, it's gonna roll back into the center. So rolling away and rolling back. And these are called wrist rolls. So I'm going over the thumb side, I'm going over the pinky side. And what I want you to try, if you've been doing this for a while, try to tame that elbow or discipline the elbow so that you're not moving your arm all around. I don't even know how you do it, but your arm's moving so much. Try to lock it in place. Isolate just down to the hand. See how well you can do that. Take your time. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. There's no rush. You're going to do 50 times with one hand, other hand. If you're doing that 1,000 or 100-day challenge, 100-day challenge is 10 different spins. That's another video. It's a video I did last week before. We took a short vacation. That's where I've been. You asked me earlier, where'd you go? I haven't seen you in a couple days. I was missing you. I wanted to train with you, but sometimes it's good to spend time with the family, just hanging out, paying attention to each other, right? One of the most valuable gifts you can give somebody is your attention. You're going around one way, around the other way. It's more valuable than money. Money is certainly fleeting. Go around one way. That's why I appreciate you so much. You guys being here, paying attention to this, training with me, gives me fuel to keep it going. Nice to see you again too, Brandon. You're just going to wait around one side, the other side, and when you drop it, not if, but when, because if you're not dropping it, you're not growing. You've got to drop it every once in a while. Just go faster, right? Go so fast that you have to drop it so that you're improving your skill, you're improving your speed. Thank you. I feel the same way about you too. You're very cool to me. You're going one way, and you're going the other way. Now, I want you to do a two-handed bow spin in this second session. This is the second episode of Bow Staff Training at Home for beginners or for anybody. It doesn't matter. It's all the same moves. Master the basics. Master the basics, and you'll be able to do any advanced move if you master the basics first. The problem that some people have is they come in, problem that I have in some things is I'll come in, I'll try to convert that for me into inches real quick. I'm not sure what 172 centimeters is. But what I'll do is I'll try to go for an advanced technique, not knowing that there's a basic technique. Learn the basics first, and then the advanced comes so much faster. Master the basics, and you'll be able to do anything. All right, this is the push-up position. What I call the push-up position. That's not a technical term. Just think of it doing push-ups, right? This is a two-handed bow staff spin. If you want to know how to spin a bow staff with two hands, like Darth Maul in the double-bladed lightsaber. Happy birthday, Brandon. So you're coming around side to side. And what it really is if you think about it, so starting here, like I'm doing push-ups, if I come to my right side, this is my right side, my right hand is up, the left hand is going to be down, and the left hand is going to cross the body. So start in this position, right hand up. Yeah, just 172 centimeters, I'm not sure what that is, because I I don't know the metric system that well. It should be about as tall as you are. You can get a staff and cut it down. 68 inches, perfect. 68 inches, I would go with a 72 inch. That's what this is. 72 inch bow staff. These are all different heights. This rattan, all these are on the link below. This rattan is about the same, and this one's a little bit shorter. This is a competition staff. This is that graphite staff. It's in the link below. These were hard to get forever. Now you can order one of these and they'll ship it right to you. They're a little bit more expensive, but if you want something that goes extremely fast and not for self-defense, this is the way to go. We go back to my two-sided double piece here as we talk about that two-handed bow staff spin. So Ray Park, the actor who played Darth Maul, did this spin. He did two two-handed bow staff spins. One was with the hands like this, and the other was a hand like this. I'm going to show you both today so you can practice it at home as you go through this beginner bow staff training lesson number 2. Your hands are here. It's on my right side. Right side is up. See how my elbow kicks out? The left hand is across my body in the front. Now, the right side is going to strike down right on top of this head for self-defense. Smashing, this is a strike. Strike, and then it puts it under my elbow. Then I'm going to bring this through here. Let's say that's his leg, either knocking his leg out from under him, tripping him to the floor, or maybe he's attacking my leg with a weapon, I'm blocking it. So that's what this motion is. You're striking across or clearing, blocking, deflecting, whatever you want to think about. As you come around, you're going to pull your left hand out. Now, at no time ever are you going to take a hand off and switch it. This is the biggest mistake people make. They start doing this kind of thing, and then the hands are changing, and if you start changing, taking your hands off, you just get lost. The way it's done is the hands never come off in this two-handed bow staff spin with both hands in the same direction. So again, right hand up, strike down, strike across or clear, sweeping your leg out, pull the left hand out. Strike down with the right hand on top of the head, one more strike. So starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that puts this up top, the same thing on the opposite side. Now your left hand is up. Now with your left hand up, your left hand is going to strike down, that's 1, strike across or clear, 2, bring the bottom hand out, strike down with the left, and you're back where you started with the right hand. So that's 4 moves. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is that downward strike. And then you pull it across, pull it out, strike down, pull it across, pull it out, strike down, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, I don't know what 1, 2, 3, 4 is, but it's 4 steps. You've got that. Pick it up. We'll do it one more time, super slow. I'm going to hit the slow-mo button. Starting here, my right hand is above the left. Your hands will never come off to make this work. If you take them off, it's not going to work. You're just going to confuse yourself as you're getting in the weeds. Stay out of the weeds, right? It's a golf term. So you're here. The right hand is up. The left hand's across the body. It's push-up position. You can do it start on either side. This is a block, by the way, if you want to practice your blocking up here. So from here, strike down, pull across, pull the bottom hand out, strike down, continue that strike until you're in that starting position on the other side. Down, across, pull it out, strike down, across, pull it out, down, and then start to flow it together. But don't make it like this because you just lost the moves. If you focus on the moves, it will look super cool. It'll look right. So from here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then start to step in and step in, stepping in with the side of the body that brings it down, and you start moving across. Now, if you want to do it the other way, you're going to have to know how to walk your hands on your staff. And that's what we're gonna practice now. 2 things, and then we're gonna kick out of here. You're gonna walk your hands without letting go. Now, I taught you in the 100-day challenge, I have you doing palm spins. Palm spins. A palm spin, these are just single palm spins. You can spin all day long if you want. But palm spins over your head. The idea is that your hand never loses contact with the staff. Now, this comes from traditional sparring or fighting. You don't want to strike and then take your hand off, and then they hit it and it knocks out of your hand, and then it's your flesh, your skin, your bone, your muscle against their big oak staff, smashing your brains in for self-defense. You have to learn how to keep your hands in contact so you have maximum control at all times. So I want you to start like this. One hand in, one hand out. Doesn't matter which one. The hand that's in is going to palm out. You want to keep contact, because if you make the habit of going like this, in the moment that your hand comes off and their staff hits here, you've just smashed your own face. If they hit that staff while it's coming here, you still have control, and it's not going to hit your face. You're going to hit their face for self-defense. That's just bad form. It's a bad habit, and I want you to train it out of your system. Starting like this, walk your hands, slow as smooth, smooth as fast. There's no rush on any of this. The more you spend doing it, the better you'll get. And then when you get to the palm spin overhead, it's going to be so easy, because your palms will have their own little brain, and they'll know without even thinking about it. Good evening. It is a great evening. Sensei Intimate, it's nice to see you. Going side to side, walking your hand. And do this until you start to feel the burn. You're going to feel the burn in your forearms, depending on how high you're holding it. In the upper arm and the shoulder, you might be here. You can practice this with a little bit more of a strike. Hello, you're right. Slow, smooth, smooth, fast. A little bit faster when you're ready. But there's no race. You do this 100 days in a row, 100 times a day. You'll be so good at it, you won't even know. All right. Brilliant. He said B and then stars. That stands for brilliant. All right. Yes, thank you. I'll take that compliment. All right. Now, from here, your hands are here. I want you to learn the 2-handed bow staff spin with your hands like this. We just did it like this. And then we're going to do it palms facing each other or in opposite directions, however you want to think about it. Now, from here, when I go on my left hand, I start with that same striking motion. I'm going to clear in the same way. I'm going to pull this out the same way. I'm going to bring this down the same way. But when I get to about here, I can't go any longer because my hand is going to break right there. So I'm going to let it palm spin. And then I'm going to bring, and then see what that did? That brought me into here. I'm going to change, palm spin, both hands. I almost showed you the wrong way. Both hands. By the way, I'm going to make mistakes. Just smack my glasses. I make mistakes more than anybody. And I know that B didn't stand for brilliant, but I take it like that. I'm not telling you I'm perfect. I'm just telling you that I'm just going to keep going until I figure it out. And if you do the same thing, and don't let anybody tell you they know everything, because they don't. No one does. Just, learn as much as you can. That's when you run. When the person who's training with you or training you starts to pretend like when they go take a poo, it doesn't stink. And then that's when, thank you, I like $1,000. You can hit that little sticker button below. Put your money where your mouth is. Bring it through. And so you're now doing the same 2-handed spin, but you're changing the grip all the time. So there's 2 different ways to do it. This is the first way, coming through 2-handed bow spin, or change the hand grip, and then when you get to the other side, both hands change. Both hands change. Oh, good. I can't wait to see that. I'm assuming that's a new interview. Sensei, if you guys have not been to Sensei Emmett's channel, you have to go watch. He's got some of the best. Just either write it down, Sensei Emmett, or click on, I don't know how you get there. But Sensei Emmett's YouTube channel here, he has some real, you guys will be shocked. If you've followed martial arts or self-defense at all for a while, you'll be shocked with the high quality and the volume, just the number of great interviews he's got on his channel. Right now, he's a hidden gem, but it won't be for long. He's gonna have a whole bunch, have a whole bunch of amazing followers, engagement, and all that, because it's just a matter of time. That's how this whole thing works. That's how you know it's quality, when it's a slow build, Sensei Emmett. So just keep on trucking. All right, so I want you to do that, and then I want you to, as always, finish with finger rolls. And the reason I want you to finish with the finger roll is because it's hard, and a lot of people avoid it. And the way to get it, you start in your hand. Your hand's going to be pretty much perpendicular to the ground, like a tree growing up. Starting at your thumb and your first finger, and it goes down. And as it goes through your fingers, use your other hand if you're not there yet. Thank you, Steve. I really appreciate that donation. That really helps, especially this week. This week I've got to come up with some cash to pay the man, as they say, the man that owns the building. I gotta catch up. It's been a slow build for me here too in this new space with the COVID. I started last March, and then like the first week of March I was all excited. I was worried actually because of what was happening in the news. And then the second week we had that mandatory shutdown for a few months. So it's been slow going, but I've been doing this for 30 years professionally, so I know how to survive, and I know how to teach no matter what. Yes, I'm going to show you that right now. There's two things that are going to happen. I've got to move the camera to show you behind the back and overhead. First of all, if you ever hit your head, it's because your elbow's bent here, or when you come back here, you are spinning as you're going down, and you overspin, and then when you come here, you whack the back of your head. So those are 2 times that you're usually doing the back, or hitting yourself in the back or in the back of the head. The other thing is, see how much flexibility I've got? This comes with time. This is going to take a little bit of time. And when you go behind your back, when I go behind my back, I'm bringing it that far out. The third thing is, I still hit myself. I still hit myself a lot. Not as often as I did when I was beginning. So those 3 things. 1, when you're up over your head, make sure your elbows are fully extended. 2, don't spin it when you bring it down. 3, expect to sometimes hit yourself in the back. But if you make the first 2 corrections, you won't hit yourself as much when you go behind your back. So overhead, practice it, side to side, and this is the same as this. And the reason I want you to practice side to side for like 30 seconds at a time, right, is because this will build strength in the shoulders. And then practice just from here, straight, no spin, down, and then out. Down, and then out. And if you look, what I'm going to show you what I do behind my back. It's just this, thumb up, the other hand comes under. This hand lets go, pulls it out, pulls it out, pulls it out. And you don't have to be super duper flexible, but if you isolate the move and you stop spinning it here, see how I'm spinning it right now? By the time I get here, I'm already hitting myself. When you bring it down, just bring it straight down, and then when you get it closer to your body, then spin it up with your wrist. Here, if I spin it up, it's too much, and then it overspins and hits me in the back. If I bring it down here, spin it up, grab it, pull it out. So just isolate, practice this for 30 seconds. After you've practiced this for 30 seconds, then put them together. Oh, there it goes. Pull it out, whip it out, behind your back, and up over your head. And then, if you start to hit yourself in the head, troubleshoot. If you're hitting yourself in the head, are you bending your elbow and you don't realize it? Because that happens a lot. You start to bend your elbow and you don't realize it. Yeah, absolutely. If you're not still making mistakes, if you're not dropping it, if you're not hitting yourself, which I do every single time, then you're not growing. You're not out of your comfort zone. And when you stay in your comfort zone, you'll be nice and smooth and slow, and you might feel good about it for a while, but you'll feel better once you start to speed it up and whack yourself again. And it's hard, right? That first time when you hit the back of your head again, and you really, you get that knot, and then you're washing your hair, and you feel it the next day, and you're like, oh, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was smashing myself. I do that all the time. Then that's going to, yeah, I love that. That's a great quote. Operate at the edge of your skull. But that's the only way you're going to do it. The only way you're going to grow is be outside your comfort zone, hit yourself in the head, take your lumps, and then it's hard. Accept that it's hard. When you feel resistance, like, I don't want to go any faster, I don't know why, it's because it hurts. It hurts sometimes, and your body remembers that. Your brain remembers that. But that's when you say to your brain, to your body, look, I'm in charge, right? You're in charge. You're in charge of you. You don't have to ask your body permission. You tell it what to do. You say, look, we're doing it. You don't have, and you tell your fear. You don't have to like it. You don't have to be comfortable. I understand that you're afraid. Do it anyway. It's good for you. I understand you don't like your broccoli. I understand that potato chips taste better than carrots, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm not asking you if you want to. I'm not asking you if you like it, right? Those are the big mistakes in our culture right now. Huge. Everybody thinks you have to like it, and it has to be easy. And there's some guy on the Joe Rogan show this week I was watching, and he was talking about eating healthy and all that stuff, and I loved everything he had to say, except, no, don't ignore the pain. Say, that's part of the price. When you go to the store and you mindlessly spend on credit card, you buy a lot of junk and then ends up throwing away, or you go out to eat all the time and then you end up flushing it down the toilet that night and the next day and the next day after that, depending on what nastiness you ate. That's easy, mindless spending, right? But you save up your cash, the actual cash, the dinero, the, what do they call it, efectivo in Spanish. And you have that money, and it was hard for you to spend, and you go in and you buy something of real value that you really want. Like you get a bow staff, or you go and you get some electronics that you really wanted, or you invest in yourself. You invest in something you really have a passion for, or an interest in, and you really need, or it's gonna make your life better. Then it's painful to let that hard-earned cash go, but you have to feel the pain and say, this is an exchange. I'm giving you this. This hurts. I'm gonna let it go. But I get this back, and I earned it. Where you could spend 10 times, 1,000 times as much. We do. You'll spend 1,000 times as much buying garbage and crap literal crap that you flush away, either that you eat or some garbage that you got off of Amazon, some drop ship garbage from AliExpress or Alibaba. You have all this junk around you, and you don't enjoy it. And you have nothing. You have credit card debt and gives you stress, and you don't sleep well at night. That's all true. So when you hit yourself in the head, don't ignore the pain. Don't say, no pain, no gain. Say, that's the price. There's the price. I'm paying the price. I accept it. And yeah, well, consumerism. I don't know, materialism or consumerism. Consumption without creation. If you only consume, you consume, and you never create. And if you have a bow and you're training, you're creating better fitness, better awareness, proprioception, skill, ability. You're creating all that. You're creating a lifestyle that you want to live. You're creating in all of these moves, all of these things that you're doing, that's creation, right? Consumption is sitting watching, binge watching Netflix, buying garbage at the bodega, eating chips, drinking, binge watching shows and mindlessly stuffing food in your face. That's all consumption. That's evil, right? But investing in yourself and creating the life that you want and living it and paying the price and not trying to make it easy and not looking for the quick button that makes everything just smooth and fast. You're gonna get smooth and fast, but you're gonna earn it. You're gonna earn it the right way, not the hard way, the right way. And people talk about all the time, I gotta follow my passion. What's my passion? I can't find my passion. It's because you haven't done anything enough, right? You haven't burned yourself out. You haven't built muscle. You haven't tried anything long enough. And passion doesn't just like jump out and smack you in the face. You become passionate about things you invest your time, your money, your energy, your life into, and your pain. You become passionate about anything. Find something that it interests you, and then go burn yourself out in it for a while, and then it might become your passion. But don't wait for it to come to you. You got to find yourself in that journey, in that process. So grab your staff, start spinning. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much again for that $5 donation. And check the links below. You can see all these new staffs, all the new products.